Hey, hello, hello, hello. How is it going, folks? We made it. If I would consider moving up to 7 p.m., it's a good time for me. I haven't got anyone else in that slot. I'm cleaning up dinner dishes and headed to the bunk. Oh, thank you. I would love to go earlier. Have to see if there's nobody else going live at that time that I would be interfering with that we all hang out with. Um, Maybe Hoveda could let us know or tell us, guys. That would be nice. Um, how's it going for y'all today? Let's see. I hope I got this thing set up right, guys. I had to rush in here. Rushing. That's the story of my life. Maybe there'll be some more come in here, guys. This was the last minute thing. I just ran out here. Y'all can see from the looks of me. Just ran in here. Hey, Hoveda. How are you, hon? Hey, Wheat. Wheat says she made it. How you doing? Got my car back, y'all. It's running good. When we first got it up, though, I got in it to drive off, and one vent was blowing hot air and one was blowing heat. I said, "Oh no, this ain't gonna get it." So I just pulled it right on back in the shop, and they said they had to recalibrate the doors, I guess, on the heating and cooling system or something. That sometimes when they take the batteries or disconnect the batteries and redo all that stuff. Well, anyway, in 30 minutes he brought it back and it was working right. So, but then, guys, refrigerator went out. It's been having a fan, some kind of fan on it, had been rattling pretty doggone loud. And I said, well, this is fixing to happen. Well, we bought a refrigerator and washer and dryer all at the same time, guys. Well, you know how that goes. Pull your hair out. Had to go get a new refrigerator. Still doesn't have her car back. They've had it for 2 weeks. Doggone girl, I'd have to go down there and camp out. They just letting it sit because they don't want to have to take that motor out and redo it. That's what it is. You need to send your sister's husband down there and get on their butts. I'll contact the owner of the establishment and let them know you're an elderly lady lives out in the country and that's the only vehicle you have and that you need your vehicle back. They might do something then. I don't know. Boy, my luck's been so bad. Heck, I guess if I didn't have bad luck, I wouldn't have no luck. This has been one of them days. Well, Havita, I just had Tamara asked me if I could go earlier, around 7 or so. Said she had that slot open. Who goes around 7 that we know on Monday night? Is that David? I think David does go live on Monday nights. I don't know. I haven't watched one of his lives in a while. Told me today I need a loaner. Well, tell them to give it to you, and it's free for you to drive until they decide to fix yours. Tamara says it's been a long day. I can understand that. It's been a long day here too, guys. Yeah, we had to go get a refrigerator. We went to Home Depot. They didn't have anything, guys, that would fit in our spot. Well, we could have squeezed a 36-inch refrigerator, what's the normal size now for refrigerators, into our spot, but it would have been packed in there, and we could not have gotten the door on the left side open, the freezer side open all the way. And so I said, no, I don't want that. I really wanted one that had the water and all on the door, on the outside of the door. Well, I didn't get that, but I got a 33-inch refrigerator. It's side by side with the freezer on the bottom, and I really like it so far. You know how that goes. Had to go to Lowe's up in Noonan, And they actually delivered it free and helped us get the old one out. So that was good. You know, us old folks, we can't pick up them heavy darn things anymore. We took it to the scrap yard and they give us $13 for it. I was shocked. So, you know, it almost paid for lunch. I think lunch that day was about $26. So it paid for half one of us to eat. We took it on Friday. Tamara says that that's prime time. That would be good. That would be better for me too. To get another time, guys. I'm gonna check into it, and you got the green light on Mondays at 7. Javita says I got a green light on Mondays at 7. Okay, we may do that then, guys. Let me check into it and check with my husband. It would sure make things easier on me and him, because he usually goes to bed at 9 o'clock regardless. You know, he gets up at like 4 though. He just can't sleep. So and when I do my lives, I do it here in the kitchen, and he ends up, the bedroom's just right off the kitchen. He says I talk too loud. Darn, guys. Reckon when that could have happened. Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays are a no-go. I understand that too. Wheat says 7 o'clock would be better for her too. Guys, I will let y'all know, and I will put up a notice. Okay, how about that? Javita says whatever works best for her. Thank you, sweetie. Javita is a doll, y'all. You have to give her credit. She just works herself to death listening to all us YouTubers and putting up with us and all our stuff going on. Yeah, 7 o'clock would probably be real good, guys. Let's check into it. I'll let y'all know. I'll send out a notice if we start doing it at 7. Yes, Javita is a keeper. She definitely is. She's a doll. Well, guys, other than that, we have not had a whole lot going on here. Worked in my garden. Got me one of those things to burn grass and all that. It's kind of like a flamethrower, except it's got a long tunnel, you know. So I've been burning stuff. Hilarious, guys. Sunday afternoon, I was out there burning off some spots in my garden. And my husband saw me burning. He thought stuff was on fire, and he comes running down there. Now, he's 69 years old and had surgery on both his knees and his shoulders. So he's, you know, falling apart like I am. He comes running down there with a gallon jug of water to help put the fire out. And I told him, I said it, honey, I'm okay. I would have hollered if I'd have needed you. He just looked at me like he could kill me, but he didn't say anything. Oh. Oh, Tamara says, just can't do real late anymore. Up at 3:30 and 4 most morning. You sound like Joey, girl. I understand exactly. So this is really your bedtime then. Well, good night, and we'll see what we can do about that 7 o'clock. That would probably be easier on all of us. I was just trying to find a time when I wasn't, you know, coming in and starting this thing out, that I wasn't bumping anybody that had been here before, you know. Well, have any of y'all heard what's going on with the cruisers? The 2025 YouTube cruisers went to Alaska. I've seen some pictures that have been posted. I've not seen any videos other than little a few second clips. Tamara, honey, if you need to go to bed, you go ahead. I understand when you're tired, you're tired. And believe me, I've been there. So, yeah, I called my brother the other day. He has unwanted guests in his house. His grandson, he lives in a 2-bedroom trailer. I mean, a very, very old trailer. I mean, it's been fixed up nice. Got a complete roof been built over it and all that stuff. But it's just a 2-bedroom trailer, y'all. He has his grandson, his grandson's wife, and their 4 children have decided that they're going to come and stay at his house. And it was supposed to have been just for a few days. They've been there now for about 4 months. He said he's about ready to pull his hair out of him going to move one. He said, I don't understand it. He said, you tell them they can't live here, that I can't afford to support them, but they don't leave. They just keep staying and staying and using and using. And I said, well, that's when you have to put your foot down, honey. You can't be nice anymore. It's awful, isn't it? I never see her on a big ship in the ocean. Oh, why? Oh, I love to cruise, guys. Had a great time. Great time. I've been thinking about doing it again. In fact, you know how I'm listening to all these books on tape and all this kind of stuff? I was listening to one the other day about the family forgot the man's 70th birthday, and that he had done for them after his wife died when they were all little, and he had done everything for them their whole lives. Give them money to start a business and give them their down payment on a house. Had 3 kids, and gave one of them, paid for her college so she wouldn't be in debt, just constantly doing for the kids after they got grown, And then they all said they had plans when it was his 70th birthday party. And so he sat there alone and grilled him a steak, and he got to thinking about it, and he says, well, I'm not responsible for them anymore. And he decided that he was just going to go take him a trip around the world. When his kids found out he was spending their inheritance, they were real upset. And I said, this might be a good idea. I don't want my children fighting over what I got when I croak. I just might spend it all too. Joey laughed at me when I told him that. I was telling him about it. Tamara says she don't fly either. Well, I've flown a few times, but it does make you weary about that flying. As far as being out there in the ocean, I guess if you're going to get eaten by a shark, if it sinks or something happens, you just don't know nowadays. But you don't hear people sinking on cruise ships like you do airplanes falling out the sky. She says, I see the world through other people's eyes and Travel Channel. I understand that. That's about how my traveling has been the last few years. I know exactly. So yeah, I was laughing about the deal with the old guy, feeling left behind, and his kids didn't have time for him no more since he got old, and his kids all having their own lives and didn't want to spend time with him. We aren't in control. It don't happen. David is the same way. Well, if both of y'all feel the same way, that's great. That's exactly right. Hey, Christy, how are you, hon? Good to see you in here. Whew. Yeah, we've been fiddling around here, not doing a whole lot. Just doing, stuff, but stuff that's boring and you really don't want to see. Like I said, I was burning off some stuff around the fence line there at the garden, and excuse me, just stuff like that, guys, just stuff like that. But we have been getting it around here, just not doing anything important or interesting. And what did y'all think about my last couple of videos on herbal benefits of things around the house that most people have and don't even realize? Probably going to be doing one on the magnolia tree before too long. I don't know. I'm researching it. I'm trying to get into something that other people will be interested in, because my house is just not that interesting. You see the farm animals, and that's about it with us. Oh, yeah. Thank you, Havita. I appreciate that. Yeah, that's just, and also with edible wild things. There's a lot of edible wild plants out there that people don't think about. Things that my parents told me about when I was a kid that I don't even think about. I just think other people my grandmother told us about, and my great uncle told us about that. I just assume other people know it, but maybe those would be things that people would be interested in. So I may be posting some of those, guys. Whew. But Christy says, haven't seen the videos yet. Been hand clearing land like a crazy lady. I bet it's been a lot cooler up there, Christy. Good for you. I know you're working yourself to death, but it's bound to be a little bit cooler. Thank God for that. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. I didn't even know that you could hype. I've been seeing it on things, and I thought, well, how do you do that? I don't know how to hype them. So if I wanted to hype y'all, I couldn't. Other folks that have videos, doggone it. Chrissy says the weather has been great the last few days. I know. Last about a week and a half ago, it was wonderful here almost the whole week. But then it got really hot for a couple of days, and then yesterday it was a little cooler, and then today was really pleasant. It was warm. It was hot, but it was not so hot that you couldn't stand it, and the wind was blowing the whole time, guys. Anyway, so that made things a little more presentable around here. We're able to get out and do something. I had 3 baby chicks, that hatched out, and they look like they're about half grown, but they're really not. They're just all feathers and bone right now. But I've been letting them out during the day and letting them scratch and roam and all that with their mama. So had a time getting those little rascals to go back in the pen tonight. They're interested in other things and didn't want to go in as early as I wanted them to go in. Well, hey there, Tina. I guess that's you. Still working in the shop, so listening in. Thank you, thank you. 3 a week. Where you go into chat, there will be 2 to 3 dots on the right corner of the chat box. Okay, I'll have to check that out. That's so I knew I'd seen it, where it comes up just hype and it doesn't ask for comments on other videos even. And I said, well, dang, I see this, but I don't know how to do it. So thank you. I guess I need to really sit down and every week look at all the new things that are out there. Thank you so much for hyping my video. We finally had some rain, so I burned a couple of brush piles at 6:30 this morning. Then the wind picked up, so I had to stop burning. Makes me nervous. Girl, I know it. I know exactly. Whew, yeah, it makes me nervous too. I burned off a bank that I have out here. And I burned it, and it didn't get some of the taller weeds that were real green, but it dried them out. So the next day I went and back and burned off some more, and it burned off those ones that were green the day before. So it kind of killed them off at the bottom, and so I finished burning them up. They had fell over, and I finished burning them up. That was Sunday. So I needed that, guys. I really needed it. I bet it has been hot down there, girl. Whew, I don't see how y'all stand that temperature. I guess it's just whatever you get used to, just like them people that live in Alaska, guys, that they're just up there and they running around in short sleeves when it's 50 degrees outside. Yeah, I rode horses with a guy that was in northern Illinois, and he used to ride on the rides in short sleeve shirts and things, and he was, just everybody else would have on jackets and gloves and everything else. It'd be 50 degrees, and he's out there like it wasn't nothing. So I used to laugh about it. It's just whatever you get used to, guys, whatever you get used to. But yeah, we've been hanging in here at the house. Got some really pretty flowers here from my daughter, guys. Thought I'd show them to y'all. Aren't those beautiful? Get it in the picture. hold it. Well, it's not straight, but anyhow, however I'm holding it. My oldest daughter's sent me some flowers. I thought those were real pretty. Um, she's gone to Myrtle Beach on a trip that they do every year. She and her boyfriend or significant other or whatever, and they seem to be having a good time. My granddaughter is out from her thing out there at the Outer Banks, and she said she's going to take a little road trip before she comes home, go visit some friends in Boone and all. So that'll be fun. I told her just be careful and have fun. Uh, Secret Gamer, take your name. Okay, Secret Gamer. Let me write you down, hon, so I'll remember you. If I don't write it down, I won't remember. How are you? Good to have a new one in here, because that's definitely a new one. Christy said that her daughter and family went to Myrtle Beach Labor Day weekend. I've been to Myrtle Beach one time. Oh, Secret Gamer says he is from India. Wow, it's beautiful there. I've seen a lot of pictures and videos of your country. Uh, so, I do a lot of traveling through TV too, guys. Love the animals too. I'm an animal fanatic anyway, guys. Good for you. You'll have to send us. Do you have a YouTube channel? Secret Gamer, do you have a YouTube channel? Let us know if you do. We'll try to check it out for you. Yeah, I haven't seen my little fella on here again. The little guy that was came in week before last. He was so cute. I went and checked out his channel, and he was doing cartwheels and stuff for us because we had said it would be fun to watch people do flips. We were talking about surfing, but he said I can do flips. So he had went out and made a video of him doing flips, guys. I thought it was so doggone cute. But I've been to Myrtle Beach one time back when Tanya, my oldest daughter, was just about 3 years old. We had a really good time. Stayed in a camper right on the ocean. It was beautiful there. Back then they had a little, it was like a bar restaurant type thing. And screen recording. Okay. I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce your whole name there, Secret Gamer. Himinet Hopadaya. I don't know if that's right. Sorry, I probably grashed it and really messed it up. This country hick accent that I have. It's hard to come up with these foreign names to me anyway. I live in Georgia in the United States. It's good to see you. Yes, we'll check it out if you have since you say you have a screen recording. Cool. Good for you. Good for you. One time back when I was living in Charleston, South Carolina. Charleston's a beautiful country. It's a town. I've been there quite a few times. Say Jay. Okay, I can say Jay now. Hey, I got that one down, Jay. Oh. Jay Barat Madakai. Maybe that's right, guys. My Sunday school teacher was from India. His name was Jacob. Laugh out loud. I can pronounce that. Yes, I am married. Jay. Yes, I am married. Been married for a long, long time, hon. Yeah. But thank you, Tamara. You have a wonderful weekend, wonderful week upcoming. We'll see you again next week. Maybe I'll be on at an earlier time next week. We'll let you know. I'll try to remember to comment or something on one of y'all's videos. Yeah, Oops. Got a notification here. I got to turn my volume down on my phone here. But yeah, we've been getting stuff done around here, guys. My chickens have been molting, but I got 4 eggs. Well, I had 3 eggs, 3 new eggs today. Had 4 eggs altogether. I left one in the nest because I sure don't want them to start laying somewhere else. Actually, had 5 eggs. I left one in 2 different nests, 2 different places. I got one poor little hen that thinks she's got to lay eggs behind the shovel. It's actually, there's a rack on one side in the barn, and it's where we hang up our garden tools and, shovels and post hole diggers and hoes and all that kind of junk. Well, for some reason, there's an old shovel that's just propped up against the wall there. And she has decided she's going to lay eggs right there behind that old shovel, guys. And I think it's just funny as it can be. An Easter egg hunt around there. Oh, Tamara, I understand. Christy, I understand that, girl. I wish I could loan you some of my goats sometimes. I'm telling you, especially this one that's she'll be a year old come February. That little devil is still squeezing through the fence. Please, please. Yes, I told you, hon, that I am from Georgia in the United States. Secret gamer. Jay. Anyway. But yeah, we've been trying to get something done around here, guys. It is not so easy. Just, I told Joey, I just don't see how Musgrove Farm, family farms. Oh, hey guys, I'm sorry I missed y'all. Running late baking. What you baking? That sounds good. I like to eat, guys. I guess you can look at me and tell that. I'm writing down, so I make sure I give everybody credit. Oh, you're making bread. I've made a few things of bread. I enjoy making my own bread, but my husband does not like to eat it. He says the crust is too hard, and I've not found a recipe that makes soft bread, like wheat bread or something like what you would buy in the grocery store. I need to find a recipe like that so that he would eat, because I enjoy making bread. I like to make that crusty kind of bread like you get when you go to the steak houses and stuff. If you ever get to go there, or like you would make garlic bread out of or something, be really good, or buttered bread down. But anyway, sorry, didn't see y'all when you came in, Musgrove. How are you? Good to see y'all. Are you putting this on your video, how you make this bread? And do you know how to make a bread that is soft? If you do, show me how on your video, hon, because I would love to know how to make it and make it. I cannot read something and understand it. My brain just does not compute. It does not go from one side, from seeing it and going in and me be able to put it, but I can see something and I can do it. That's just like plumbing or anything. I guess that's why I have such a hard time with math problems, because it's a see something, new recipe, hoping it turns out good. Made homemade butter last night. Yeah, I've made homemade butter and I really like it. Now I make mine out of heavy cream, and I'll buy the heavy cream and make my butter, and then I'll take, ruminant or whatever it's called, and put it back in the whey that's left over to make more buttermilk. Because I don't use heavy cream. Very, very seldom do I use heavy cream anymore. Because I'm already chunky enough, guys. Oh, I love homemade butter, though. It's much better, guys. Much better. And especially you add a little salt in there. Homemade bread. I know that's right. Homemade bread smells fantastic. Especially when you first pull it out of the oven and the steam's rising off of it. Oh my goodness. But like I was saying, I have a hard time computing. Covered the bread the last few minutes to keep it from being so crusty. Okay, I'll try that. Like putting foil around the edges of pie crust to prevent it from burning. I'll try that the next time I make something. And I've got a book that's on just baking different types of bread, and it is really cool. I've made quite a few of the recipes in there, but I've not tried that. It didn't say anything about it, so I didn't do it, guys. I can follow the step-by-step instructions as far as stuff like that goes. I have a recipe that I'm going to post on here of me making a pineapple cake, guys. I know I keep saying that. My mom wants to listen. She doesn't believe in saying my name once more. Oh, you want me to say my name once more? Say your name once more. Jay. And let me go up and see if Jay. Let me go back up and see if I can find where you asked me to say your name. Jay Barat Madakai. Is that correct, Jay? Hello, Mama. Oh. So how old are you, Secret Gamer? When me and my mama make our own candles, we make fresh baked bread, scented ones. Love them. And they made me hungry. I bet you did. Oh, Tina, that sounds wonderful. And I love the smell of baking bread too, guys. I do know. Take tea. Oh, yeah, I like tea too. And I use a lot of, I'll use my bee balm and make tea out of that. I'll make pine needle tea. A lot of times I'll make mullein tea. I've used mint and made tea, guys. I just try to taste different things and not be stuck just on black tea. Sifting some soul. Hey, girl, how are you? Good to see you. Haven't seen you in a while. Boy, I've tried to look in on yours, but you do come in pretty doggone late, girl. Most of the time when I see your stuff, it's the next day. Sorry about that. Oh. So how are things down there in Texas where you are, girl? Is it cooling off where you are down there in Texas? She's around, you told me where you are down there, around Houston, somewhere down that way. Yeah, everybody's talking to you, trying to keep up, guys. What do y'all think? I broke my other glasses the other day. Of course, these are them little cheap readers, guys, so I can read the writing on here. I tell you, my eyes are getting worse, I think. When I first started out doing this YouTube, I could read them, and now it's getting worse and worse. There is my Nana. Say Nana. Nana? Nana? I'm Nana. Nana. Nana is what my kids call me. My grandkids call me Nana. You see my little sign, what happens in Nana's or what's seen. You see in Nana's house, stays in Nana's house. Well, that ain't necessarily true, but Nana. Okay. Nana. Okay. Cool. So how old are you, Jay? How old are you? Yeah, we are. We're just killing time around here, guys. We haven't done a whole lot. We went and rode around on the old gator. Joey and I did Saturday afternoon, and that was a lot of fun. You're 16. Wow, sweet 16. Can you drive in your country when you're 16, or can you drive most any time there? My granddaughter used to call me Nana Banana. Yep, I understand that. Yep, I do. I do. Yeah, my granddaughter, my oldest daughter, her grandfather's name was Marvin, and when they put in the Starvin' Marvin gas stations, I don't know if you guys have them, but they're like a convenience store. They put in a Starvin' Marvin around here, so after that, she started calling him Starvin' Marvin. She was about 3 or 4 years old, and that was his name from then on, Starvin' Marvin. I don't know how it went me. No, I can't give you my phone number, babe. Sorry about that. And even if I gave it to you, I wouldn't answer it or anything because I don't answer calls from anybody that I don't know if I don't have their name in there. Message deleted by Jovita. Okay. Thank you, Jovita. But anyway, we we rode around and that was a lot of fun, but we have so many pine trees that are down. Hey, New Horizons, how are you? Saw some of your videos this week trying to catch up. You enjoyed those? Been trying to catch up on some of them, guys. I am so far behind. I mean, Mama V told me, she says, I don't even know what's going on right next door. Or talking about over at Simple Life Reclaimed and all them. She says, I know everybody thinks that we just know everything. We're all together. She says, and we are. She says, but we don't have time to watch each other's videos. And now I'm starting to understand why. If you're trying to do your video, and let's see, I'm doing good. Yeah, I'm currently trying harder to get monetized. Okay, good for you. Yeah, guys, I'm telling you, this getting monetized thing can be a pain and it drains you. I know I need to put out more videos, guys. I have just gotten in that slump and I don't understand why, but you know how that goes. Okay, Tina, thank you. Thank you. Get the board out of the mold so I can film it and head to the house. Love you too, girl. And I hope it turns out great. All of your videos are wonderful. I love them. I wish I could do that. I look at it and that doggone stuff is expensive to buy, but it'd make more sense to buy it by the gallon instead of buying it in the little containers. Anyway, something clicked. See, everything's off on the stove. I was just checking. I heard something bump over there, making sure that I didn't leave the stove on. I have done that. One night I took some bread out of the oven, guys, and forgot to cut the oven off. The next morning, the oven was still on. My oven's so old, the timer and all that stuff don't work anymore on it. Cross my fingers, this is a test on something new. Well, girl, I'm looking forward to it. I hope it turns out good. I'm going to have to go too, Christy. Falling asleep, sitting up. Well, you have a good night too. I understand. I do. Weed'll be falling out on me here in a minute. 1 week, I didn't see any remarks from, hey, Reverend Dream, how are you? Let's see. Have a good night. How are you, Reverend Dream? I've been listening to some of your commentary and your sermons. I call them sermons. Very interesting. And how is your wife doing? Let's see. Night, Christy. I'm doing pretty good. Doing pretty good. Y'all, and the end of this, well, in about, I think it's on the 18th. No, it's on the 22nd. I'm going down to Pedals from the Past. It's a kind of like a YouTube meetup. It's more like a meet and greet. We just go in and see people, catch up with old YouTubers and all that from down in Alabama. So hopefully I'll post some of that. Des and I will be staying at the same motel. That is, my youngest granddaughter does not youngest, but my oldest daughter's youngest daughter, my granddaughter, Haley, doesn't have her baby. It's due on the 22nd. So, just got back from the football game. That sounds like fun. Good for you. Good for you. Was this a, Reverend Dream, I'm sorry, was this a high school game or one of the big ball games, the college or pro games? But anyway, guys, oh, goodness. I hate it, y'all. Last week, I was just so out of sorts. I just didn't feel like staying on here. Some days, I just dread having to come in. It's about like this darn putting out the darn videos. You know, you get to a point to where you get burnt out on it. You really do. And I've noticed that several other people, like well, Jared, for one, you know, he'll just take a break, you know, sometimes. And maybe that's what I need to be doing. Got to go visit Old Man King the other day. It was a high school game. Okay, good. And how did you like Old Man King's place? Where am I from? Let's see. Chatarasha Soul. I don't know if I said that right. From Georgia in the United States. So, anyway. Yeah, yep. I enjoy the home games, the high school games. You enjoy them, and you know what's more fun is watching the little kids games, the little league baseball or softball games for the little kids when they're 4 and 5 years old. I just absolutely love going to those games. I remember some of those kids will be out there walking around, looking up in the air. Some of them will be so serious. You can tell their mamas and daddies is worried with them. And then some of them are just in there because they're told they have to. It's so fun. Took a 3-week break. Oh yeah, I loved it at the lunch and the visit the cats. Okay, cool. My Alaska. Hey, Bill, how are you? Haven't seen you. Thank you, Bill. Yeah, y'all hit that thumbs up. Appreciate it. Bill, I've not checked out your videos lately. I'm sorry. Just like I said, I am just so busy here at the house doing stuff, but not stuff that's noteworthy enough to post on here. Some people say post it anyway, but some of the stuff is so boring and repetitive that nobody wants to see it. You know how that goes. So Reverend Dream said he took him a 3-week break. You know how it feels then. Yep. I'm about to get burned out. That's me. I guess that's why I've not been posting a whole lot of videos, you know, where I was posting stuff all the time. I need to get back out there. Boxing coach for 35 years plus. And I love children when they compete. Yeah, that's what I say. Those little kids, especially like in the softball and even basketball, the little kids trying to play basketball, when they lower the basketball down, they're 7, 8, 9 years old. I had a video take off 30,000 views over 3,000 hours and 400 subs. Wow, that's great. I'll have to check it out. Tell us which one it was, and we'll have to check it out. I will try my best to catch up on yours, Bill. That's just, like I say, just being lazy. I will check it out. Write it down so I don't forget. Good for you. I'm so proud for you. Yeah, that's why when I posted Wheat's tiny house, guys, I probably got 70. I know I got 400 or 500 subscribers and may have gotten more since then, not counting not counting all of the views. I mean, I got 80,000+ views. Well, I got like 60-something thousand with the first one I posted. And then I redid it almost a year later and got close to 100,000 views off of that one. If I could get that many views off of everything, guys, I would be in heaven. But anyway, you know how that goes. Okay. Jovita has posted it, guys. So if you've not checked it out, let's check out his video for him, help him get it up there. Y'all, let's watch those commercials and help him out. We need that help, guys. That's something that I've made $3 and something this month so far. I'm shocked. You know, to tell the truth, I'm really not doing that well as far as making money. But then if I was doing it here and expected to make money all the time, I wouldn't be here. Reverend Dream said he was doing 11 sermons in 7 days. So he went to 7 sermons to 7 days. A lot better. I bet it is. I moved to remote Alaska. Cool. That sounds like fun, Bill. I'll have to check it out. Write it down so I'll remember it. Let's see. Anyway, get back to things. Trying to remember what else is going on around here. We have just been not much, guys, not much at all. Just trying to keep everything alive around here. It has been so dry that my cucumbers absolutely dried up on the vine, and when they would come out, they would be yellow instead of green. Thank you. Appreciate that. Well, mine was, I had more than that. I've lost good many subscribers here in the past couple of months, I guess, because I slacked up on putting out videos. I don't know, but you know, I just had to cut back. I just was trying too hard and driving my own self crazy trying to edit this stuff. If I didn't have to edit it, I could do the video and then let somebody else deal with the editing. I absolutely hate it. Suno Warriors Jam Off on Sunday is good if you like gospel music. I have 10 songwriters go head on subscribers pick winner. I won the last 2 weeks. Good for you. Wow. That is great. I'll have to check that out. I have to check that out, Reverend Dream. Anyway, yeah, congratulations. That's exactly right, Reverend Dream. I don't know how, because there's a lot better than me too. Well, I don't know. You know, it's sometimes it's the heart you put into the songs, you know, more so than the song itself. I think it's what people get out of that song that makes it special or makes it stand out. Or that's how I feel anyway. Cool. I'm really going to have to check that out because I have not, did not know about it. So I have to check that out. Yeah, that's very interesting. And it's Christian songwriters or just, so gospel. Yeah, it's gospel music. Okay, sure. Yeah. And I do. I enjoy them. Write all my lyrics from God. I'm just the pen. Good for you. Good for you. Yeah, that's the way, guys. You know, we were all talking about things. My grandfather was an alcoholic or drunk. He was a drunk, and he quit drinking and started living right. And so he was down on his knees praying one night And I may have told this story, guys, and if I have, I apologize. But he was down on his knees praying one night by his bed, and he got on his knees every night and prayed as long as I could remember. Passed away when I was still young, but I remembered him doing that. And he was down on his knees by the bed praying. He was praying that, God, if there's anything I'm doing that makes you unhappy, or that you do not you don't like or want me to change, just let me know. And he said that night that he had still smoking, and he had those cans of Prince Albert where you roll your own cigarettes. I guess they still do that nowadays, I don't know. But he said that can of Prince Albert was sitting up on the mantle. This is a fireplace in his bedroom. And he said that can just got bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger until it had him. It felt like he was being suffocated on that bed. And he said from that day on, he quit smoking. He felt like that was God's way of saying, you need to quit smoking. And he quit smoking. Of course, he died with emphysema. So, but that was many years later. But he was a good man. He was real quiet. It was my mother's father. Worked hard his whole life in the cotton mill. And my grandmother worked in the cotton mill too. But my mom said he never give her a spanking, never, ever fussed at them kids. That he was just always real quiet, and said, but my nanny, my grandmother, her mama, would tear their butts off. It's her and her sister. Didn't slow her down none, making up mind, and they probably needed it, guys. Anyway, but I'll just thinking about that makes you think, that we all might not be asking God what we're doing wrong. I know I do a lot of things wrong every day, but I've gotten so much better, guys. I used to cuss like a sailor. I've never been a big drinker, carouser or whatever, but I'd cuss. Oh my God, I talk worse than most sailors. Most what people think of a sailor talks. I worked with all men for so many years. Every sentence there was something that came out that was really bad. Reverend Dream said he was a drunk and couldn't quit, and then I passed away on a motorcycle, and when I came back, he took the drink and the smokes. It's been 23 years now. I understand. We get those second chances, and those second chances, sometimes second and third and fourth chances, we don't get so many, so we have to listen when we get them. I truly believe that. There's so many people that fight things like that, and they'll fight it their whole lives, and maybe they just don't ask for the right kind of help. Hey, Fuzzy Adventures and More. How are you? So what is going on in y'all's world? Yeah. Yeah, we are just, let's see. Yes, it is amazing. If you sit down and listen, I have a friend I think he'll be 98 this year. Very good man. And I would love to, he talks so low, and I don't have a microphone that I could give him to make his voice stronger, but I would love to just sit down and do interviews with him about his life when he was younger. I think there would be some stories that really would be interesting. Okay, Fuzzy says that he is working harder to get monetized on this channel. Well, good for you. We'll have to check out your channel, Fuzzy Adventures and More. How old are you? I don't know if I've seen you before. Have you been on my lives before? And Jovita has just given me that 5-minute warning, guys. So I'm going to give y'all my spiel that I do every week. let's be nice to people that are not necessarily nice to us, because we don't know what's going on in their lives. We don't know, it's just like I said, there's people out there that really need someone to be nice to them, that need someone to say hello when they walk by, or tell them they look nice, or there's people out there that are just absolutely psycho. You're upper 30s, and I've been here before. Okay, after I said that, I was thinking that I had seen you before. Good night, Wheat and Charlie. Hope to see you. I hope to see you next week too, girl. And hopefully an hour or two earlier. I'll let you know. I'll let y'all all know. Oh, so that would be nice. It would be easier for everybody involved, I believe. As long as I'm not rooting out somebody else, I might check and see. I don't want to root out anybody that I do hang out with or am friends with on, other YouTubers. So that would be really good. Well, let's see. But anyway, guys, get on with it. Yeah, it's just like I saw a lady one day in the store, and I really thought her hair was so pretty, and it was an older lady, and I told her, I says, I just love your hair. I said, it looks so pretty, and she looked like she just got her hair done, and she just busted out crying and hugged my neck. It was a black lady, and she told me that she had come from a funeral, and she had had her hair done, and that, with hardly no one was there, and that, it was so hard she was telling me about how hard it was to be her age and to try to carry on when all your friends have passed on. And I can imagine, these old elderly people that are, on their own, that don't have any family, or that family have give up on them, or don't take the time to go around and see about them. It would be really sad, guys, to be in that situation. So I hope no one that I know ever has to go through that. But and there's so many psychos. We, like I say, we've had drive-by shootings right here in LaGrange. We've had people, in fact, guys, right down the road here in the 400 block, they had a drive-by shooting here just last week. We heard the gunshots, but did not realize that it was somebody having a drive-by shooting. It was about 10 o'clock at night. But when you live out in the country like we do, you don't think about it, because you hear gunshots around here all the time, all the time in the country. And I just thought somebody's out in the backyard target practice, because you heard it go bam, 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 bam. I thought they were just trying out a gun or something. And come to find out, they had a drive-by shooting. There actually bullets penetrated the house. So, could have killed someone, but they were lucky and did not. So, it's just so much meanness, so many mentally ill patients that the government just ignores or doesn't want to deal with out there, that really need help. And we just don't know. We got to give God the glory and try to keep our nose to the grind and stay out of things, guys. Be nice to other people and try not to get in there and interrupt folks. Havana is saying, thank everyone for being here tonight. Please continue to support the channel. Thank you, Havana. I appreciate that. And as y'all go out, like Bill said, y'all give me that thumbs up. I sure would appreciate it. We're going to get on out of here now. A few minutes early, because I think there's someone that actually comes on behind me this late. Gosh, I don't know. There's people that actually come on at 2 and 3 o'clock in the morning that are here in the States. I guess it's people that, work night shift or something, that come home and do one. So it makes you wonder. But guys, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all watching my channel, checking things out. And thank you for coming in. And I'm going to check out your channel again. Make sure that I'm still subscribed, because I have been unsubscribed for people. Thank you, Reverend Dream, and everybody else for coming in tonight, and we will see y'all later. I'm going to end this now. Y'all be good. We'll see y'all all next week. Bye.